I'm that guy that was homeless at the age of 7. I'm that guy that watched a guy that he'd play basketball with every Saturday or Sunday die in a fire in the middle of the desert. I'm that guy that is going through bankruptcy, and I have no idea where my next meal is going to come from.
I don't look injured. I do walk with a little bit of a limp. I do, I have shoulder problems and so forth, but, I don't have any visible scarring. When they did the brain surgery, they went through my nose. I lose words, but I cover it. I'll never be where I was.
My name is Ryan Kaufman. I'm an Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom, United States Army veteran. There was an accident and we lost 4 guys. A guy that slept in the same little bunk room as me, he didn't come back the next day. Some of the worst days I have are when I'm just sitting in the dark, thinking about that guy, and him screaming over the radio. And we were just supposed to shake it off and move forward. And I didn't know how to do that.
My name is Lana Duffy. I'm an Army veteran who lives in Manhattan. I was about 4 months shy of 10 years when I was medically retired for combat injuries. I was hit by an IED in Iraq back in 2005. I had migraines starting that day, nightmares starting that day. My vision was going. I was not myself. I had no memory. I was writing things down all the time. Sticky notes were everywhere. I still have double vision. I still catch something out of the corner of my eye at the same instance that I hit a pothole, and all of a sudden I have no idea where I am.
I have a doctor tell me all the time, Ryan, you're in the middle of Nebraska, you're in the United States, you're not on a route somewhere in the Middle East. That's easy to say. I really wish I could get that mechanism in my mind to switch. The days that switch is off are some of the best days of my life. Every time I thought about it, a piece of me would grieve for what I had. What I had was 300 men at any given moment that at a phone call would show up at my door and make sure I needed to go where I needed to go. And I didn't have that anymore. I felt alone, and I felt isolated, and I felt disconnected. And I would end up homeless 2 times just because I could not connect in civilian life.
That IED ended my career, and it ended the life that I wanted, and it ended the life that I knew, and it ended everything that I had. To me, I know everything that I've lost, but the VA sees me as like, oh, well, you're okay. You guys don't get it. That's not good enough. That's not where I was.
I built these bricks around me. I just built this wall. And I cut everybody off.
Then your friends start falling off one by one, and your family doesn't know why you've changed. The anger gets worse, and then it comes out when you least expect it.
And it may be that this appointment with my mental health provider is going to keep me stable for the next week. And she's out today. And now what the hell am I going to do? And I get ugly. I start demanding. I become entitled. I mention how your system sucks. I start talking to you as if you are the system. What you don't see is that I've been up since 2:30 this morning with a crying baby. And what I don't see about you is that your dad has cancer. And he's been sitting in the hospital for 6 weeks, but you gotta come to work anyways, and you're sitting behind the counter and you're just holding it together by a string. This whole VA employee veteran thing goes both ways.
I think that a lot of people at the VA really care. I think that they do care about the person. I think that they do care, that, I show up and I'm in pain and they want to fix that pain and they want to help. And it's not an overnight process. And I hate going to therapy every single time. And my therapist knows it. And I've found that a lot of the best types of therapy is in helping others and in helping my fellow veterans and in helping the community, because it helps me remember that there's something bigger that I can still contribute to.
And what the United States military creates is a covenant. I got your back and you got mine. And there's nothing else needs to be said. And that's not something that I have been able to find anywhere else. And I think every single veteran in this country is looking for that. I've watched a fellowship of veterans grow around me, and I want it for every single person that I come in contact with. I found that I can become a father, I can become a husband, and I can become a voice, an advocate, and I'm gonna make a difference.
I look at my life now as steps towards where I'm going. I still don't quite know where that will be. I think I'm still going to be figuring it out possibly for the rest of my life. That doesn't scare me as much as it used to.